Hello everyone. My name is Linda Gunnar. I am the CEO and founder of Linda's Perfection Creations. Linda's Perfection Creation is an event planning and wedding decor company. We cater to small and large events in around Philadelphia. We do full service, partial, custom events. We do master celebrations. We do decor and planning in all the states globally. Anything pretty much that you need to plan and decor, we are the people to go to. I'm a master certified wedding planner and a certified florist. I have years of experience in this business. I started my business as a hobby and I turned it into a growing business for profit. So please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. You can also find me on my website, www.lyndaperfect.creationsevents.com, to learn more about my wedding planning services, to sign up for your free 30-minute, yes, I said free 30-minute consultation, to tell me about your event. We can go from there, plan it. If it works, we go far. If not, it's okay. Just get any tips and tricks that you need, but I hope it works. All right. So, in all seriousness, today I'm going to talk about cake. You get a lot of questions about the learning with a wedding in regards to planning and anything. So we're going to talk about cake. So I'm going to give you some of the questions and answer some of the questions that people want to know about cake and some of the things that you need to know about cake. And then we go forward. So we're going to start. The list is pretty long. If we don't finish it, we'll just transition to another one. And then we'll talk about some of the things that you need, the fine day versus not fine day. But given the time frame, we'll see what we can do in this time. So what are the first question? What to decide on what wedding flavor to pick? Which design, which textures, everything. It's up to you. It's your day. If you want to have multiple flavors, you can have multiple flavors. If you want to have a one-tier kit that have multiple layer, half and half, you can do that. If you want to have each layers, let's say if you're doing 3 or 4, each layer have something different, you can do that. You can pick this gel. Oh my god. You can pick the design, the styling, and everything that you need it to work for you. So I usually recommend that pick your favorite dessert if you're not a cake person, because some people are not a cake person, like you know. But who doesn't love cake? I would say, but a lot of people. But I would say pick a flavor that incorporate that you will love eating, that your guests will love eating, something unique and tasty in that. So when you're picking the cake, see like schedule time with your baker, whoever is baking your cake, and make sure you do a lot of tasting. If you don't have an idea, give them. Most baker will give you three to a couple of selections that you can pick, so they can change and ask them to. One of the things I always tell people when you go in the baker, tell the baker, even if you pick your selection, ask them, say, what is one of your best flavor cake that people always rave about? Can you give me a sample of that? And they will bake that, and you can taste it and see where you like it, and you can incorporate it in that. And then, second question, who paid for the cake? Generally, the bride family pays for the cake. You're the one that getting married, so just long running tradition, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you guys. I know in a sense sometimes couple are paying for the wedding themselves. They're not doing it with the family, but generally so sometimes they pay for it together. But the rule of thumb is that the bride family is the one that's supposed to pay for the cake. That's just tradition. But a lot of time now we have kicked a lot of tradition out the door. And the same thing. So you have to pick one flavor. No, you don't. You can pick how many flavors you want. You can pick how many designs that you want. It's all up to you. When should we cut the cake? Simple as that. The cake, generally speaking, is the last thing that you're supposed to cut before the event. So what I do is just let people know the event is winding down out. It is. So pretty much after dinner, you give people some time to, rest the stomach because it is dessert. You got to think about it. If you just eat a big ass meal, the first thing you want, if you really feel you're not going to eat a cake, you're not going to eat a salad dessert. We all been to restaurants and you eating something and you order dessert. Most of the time you don't finish it. Some people still do eat that, but you really don't. So excuse me. So you want to cut the cake most of the time and closer to the end of the ceremony. That just tradition. The cake should be the last thing that is done in a wedding. And then especially with the old parents and the grandparents, and once they see that, they know, hey, that's my cue to walk out the door. This gets no doubt everything is done. But people change it around. People do a lot of things, but that's just when the last thing to do. Some people cut it immediately after they do the first stand, vice versa. If you do choose to do that, it's still not usually served to winding down and after dinner. And then What do you say? Do you say anything special? No, it's based on, like I said, it's based on you. It's if you want to say something special. No, most of the time the DJ will just announce it and say, "Hey, it's time to cut the cake." The bride and groom will take position, and everybody usually just stand around in a seating with the cameras and things ready to kind of give the couple of respect to cut the cake. But there's nothing really. Like I said, there's a wedding out there, Cameroon wedding, where they had a tradition. It was all the cake had its own grand entrance, and there was a special music to play for it. Those are things you can incorporate anything that you like or anything you want to say. You can do that to make you happy. You know, how do you cut your cake? And it might be simple to some people be like, wait, how don't you know how to cut a cake? A lot of people doesn't know how to cut a cake. A lot of times, many people don't. You go places, you get a slice of cake, or you in your house, people don't bake. There's a lot of things. So, generally, to cut a cake, the groom will put it in his hand. He either stand next to the bride or stand behind her. Both way, as for picture purposes, they have to see the face, of course. He put his hands on top of her hand and hold the knife together, and they just cut it. So the trick is that don't go to the top, go to the bottom. You start from the bottom layer and you just go straight down. And like you can do it in a square, you can do it in the a box section. Anyway, just cut it straight down. Cut the other one and cut it straight, and then put the knife under it and cut it. I know you'd be like, "Are you kidding me?" People, trust me. You will see. I've seen a lot of people just sit there and have no idea what to do because they don't know what they don't want to mess it up. They don't want to ruin the cake. They don't know what to do. It's not that they never cut a cake before, but people are nervous, especially that's one of the most important thing in the wedding when it comes to in a presentation. Once your cake is messed up, that's a bad day. So those are the things you do. And how do you serve the cake? All right, the bride and groom is the first people that taste the cake. Once they are done, you take it. The caterer will take it in the bag. They will slice it and the, put it in the plates, the dessert plates for everybody to have it. The bride and groom, most of the time after they cut the cake, they feed themselves, smash the cake in the face, whatever they have to do, but they are just the first person to eat the cake and serve it before anybody else does it. Okay. And then so you serve a ground cake. You know, with the long-standing tradition of ground cake initially back in the days, the whole idea of a ground cake was for people to take home. So you box it on the server. What it is that you box the cake up, people take it home. Back then, single women would sleep with a ground cake next to the pillow and next to the bed. And don't laugh, this is something where you can read it up. It's really, and then they would dream about the groom, to dream about the future groom. So that was the traditional idea of a groom cake. You take it home and in the hopes that you dream about your future husband, your future king. So that was it. But things have changed over the time. So if you do dare the groom, you can slice the cake and have people have some of it with the wedding cake, or you can just box it up and people can take it home. I'm sure a lot of people don't even do that, deserve that. They don't even know the meaning behind it. Sometimes the groom just want it, but that was the whole idea and the transition for the groom cake. And then on top of that, it's like, do you? Some people want to know, do you offer additional dessert? You can. You have cake. There's nothing wrong. You can do chocolates. You can do truffles. You can do candies. You can do a lot of things. A lot of different sweets to incorporate. You know, the sweet. Some people are sweet lovers. They love pastries and other things. So you can incorporate a lot of things from pretzels. I seen a lot of things to incorporate sweet. So if you want to add extra sweet to that, you can definitely do to enhance your wedding, to with it to how do you give the cake? Some people you can pack the cake in a gift bag, a gift box where you slice the cake and just put on the table. Because some people, like I said, some people may not want to eat it now. You can box it up and if you're doing like a haul or something like that, or if you want to get the ticket away, that's fine. But most of the time, they put it on a plate and serve it. You can put, or you can put it in a box and they can just have it on the box and whatever they don't eat, or they can take it home to family member and so on and so forth. So all the leftover cake. What do with the leftover cake? All the leftover cake is boxed up. Anything that's left over for the ceremony or the reception, I should say, goes to the bride and groom. The top tier level of the wedding cake is supposed to go with the bride and groom. You have to let the caterer know that in advance if they don't know. Also, the baker know that you do want to save your top tier. 99% of bakers know that. They don't have to have to probably prepare a box, but just in case to let them know that I'll give you additional box so that you can save your top tier. And the reason for that is that your top tier is supposed to be safe. You save it for a year, and on your anniversary, you have a slice of the cake. That's just what it is. So when you get the kit how you might think, well, how do we preserve this cake for 1 year? You usually take like a saran wrap, wrap the cake up, and then take it to put it inside the box, and then wrap the burst to kind of eliminate the freezer burn, but really wrapped it up. And once you wrap it up, you can even put four saran wrap and put aluminum foil around it and put wrap the box just to preserve it. So when it come out, it will still taste fresh. It will be great. But that is all for today. Please thank you for watching. My name is Linda Gunno. I am the CEO and founder of Linda's Professional Creations. I will be talking about what's the difference between fondant and like buttercream cake in the next section. So stay tuned for the next upcoming video, and we will get that information. Thank you and have an amazing day. Bye.